Eva and welcome back to my YouTube channel. In today's video we're going to be making tahini chocolate chip cookies. But before we get into the video, make sure to give this video a nice thumbs up and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss out on my videos. Alright, let's get started. Okay, so on today's cozy day with our matching sweats, we're going to be making some chocolate chip cookies, but we're going to do them kind of Middle Eastern style. So we're going to be using some tahini here. So we're going to be replacing about half of our butter with some tahini. And that's going to be like, I think the only twist here. And then of course I have my vanilla bean paste here instead of my vanilla extract. Now, as you guys have seen in my like funfetti type cakes or vanilla type cakes like that are kind of meant to be a little bit lighter, I typically won't use this or in like an icing or something like that because it does change the color and it makes it more dull. But for something like a chocolate chip cookie that's already like brown, I like to use it here. So all you're going to be needing is your tahini. Now if you haven't seen it already, definitely check out my recipe on how to make tahini. I'll link it up right here. So you're going to need some tahini, some unsalted butter, your vanilla extract or vanilla bean paste, some normal cane sugar, some light brown sugar. You're going to be needing some bittersweet chocolate chips, baking soda, not baking powder, a little bit of salt, and then you're going to need your flour and 2 eggs, but you're going to be using 1 whole egg, and with the other egg, you're just going to be using the yolk. So my hair is already up, our oven is already preheated to 325 degrees, so I'm just going to go ahead and put my apron on, and then we're going to get started. Okay, so we have our bowl ready right here and our hand mixer. You can use a stand mixer, whatever you guys want. And the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and add in our butter. You're going to need a stick of butter or half of a cup of butter. You want to make sure it is softened so it's going to be nice and easy for us to whip up and get nice and fluffy. And then you're going to need your tahini. Just make sure that you stir it up a bit before you add it or you measure it so nothing is settled at the bottom. And then you're going to be adding both your granulated sugar and your light brown packed sugar. Oh, if I can get it out. And then all we're going to do is just go ahead and beat this for a couple minutes just until it is light and fluffy, like medium speed. Okay, so now you guys should have something that looks like this. Now it's time to add in our vanilla bean paste or your vanilla extract and then your eggs. So I'm just going to go ahead and grab a teaspoon of this. Now the vanilla bean extract or paste that I have is a 1-to-1 ratio. So if you're using, a teaspoon of vanilla extract, you're going to use a teaspoon of that here. Then we're going to use, like I said, a whole egg. And then we're just going to use the yolk from the other one. So I'm going to separate that here for you. Of course, this yolk, or this shell is going to be like super annoying, but it's fine. Alright. I'm just going to, oops, I almost threw out the yolk. So we're going to use the yolk. And then I'll use the egg whites for something else. Alright, so now we're just going to mix this up for another couple of minutes just until the eggs are well incorporated. Alright, so now you guys should have something that looks like this. We're all nice and fluffy, nothing is going to like come out here. So and now what we're going to do is we're going to take our flour and our baking soda and our salt. And we're just going to go ahead and add that. Get like a mini whisk. Just going to go ahead and add that to the bowl and just kind of mix this around a little bit. That way you don't have like a giant clump of salt or something going in here. And then all we're going to do is put your standing mixer or your hand mixer on the low speed. And then we're just going to slowly incorporate this just until it is well blended. You don't want to overmix. You don't want to overmix anything and create anything really tough or a ton of gluten or anything like that. So just until it's well combined, and then we're going to be folding in our chocolate chips. All right, start slowly incorporating this. Okay, So now you guys should have something that looks like this. And now all we're going to do at this point is just add in our chocolate chips. So I have Ghirardelli here because they're like the best. So this is Bittersweet Chocolate Chips, so they're 60% of the cacao. Premium baking chips from bean to chip, blah, 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 blah. So we're gonna be using 2 cups of these. Now I have the Bittersweet baking chips, so they're not just like a, ooh, good lord. They're not just like a big fat like chocolate chip, they're more like flat, like big fat and flat. So that's what we're gonna be using here. So we have 1 cup and 2 cups. So like I said, you're not gonna wanna use your mixer here. You're gonna wanna just go ahead and fold these in to get the chips nice and well incorporated. You don't wanna be breaking up the chips, and you don't wanna overmix, like I said, to create any more gluten or a really tough cookie. No one wants that. You want nice and chewy and soft. Alrighty, so we have our dough. So you guys should have something that looks like this. Now I'm just gonna go ahead and grab our cookie sheets. Okay, now you're probably going to need a couple cookie sheets here. I'm not sure, but if you don't have parchment paper or anything like that, you can go ahead and spray with Pam like I did. And then we're just gonna start forming our little cookies. So I'm probably gonna do a couple scoops for each cookie, and then we'll flatten them out after. Okay guys, so I have 16 cookies here. I have 8 on each sheet, a couple scoops each, and you guys can see I still have a good amount of cookie dough in there. So I'm just gonna go ahead and start putting these in the oven to free up some cookie sheets. So I'll see you guys in 12 to 15 minutes and we'll see how they turn out. Okay. Oh, okay. Now it's time to check on our cookies. Oh, you guys. How good do these look? So they're golden brown on the outside. I did it for 12 minutes. You can probably go a little bit more, but I'm gonna leave them just like this. So I'm just gonna go ahead, put the other cookies in there, and then get another tray and put some more cookies in there, and then I'm gonna come back when they're all done and we're gonna try some. Okay, you guys, we're all done. How good do these look? I have a gazillion here. So this made, I don't know, probably like 20 cookies, and these are like a decent size. I used 2 scoops each of those like little 1-inch little scoops, and they're super soft but crunchy on the outside. Oh my god. Okay, let's try one. So good. You can't even taste the tahini in it, which is really good because now I didn't have to use as much butter. They're still super squishy on the inside and then nice and crispy on the outside, so it didn't change the texture at all in a bad way. If anything, they kind of look smoother to me on the outside. They're not very like tunnely or have a bunch of little cracks in them. Super, super good, and I would definitely recommend these chocolate chips. I like how like big they are instead of like those mini ones I typically use. So good. We did still use some butter, so that's obviously going to contribute to the color of them and how crispy and brown they are, but I definitely just feel better again using half of the amount of butter and just substituting with some tahini. Okay, these were so good. Now I'm going to have to go hide them because I have an audience waiting patiently to eat these cookies. But that's all I have for this video today, you guys. I hope you liked it and I hope you learned something new. If you did like it, give this video a nice thumbs up, and don't forget to hit that subscribe button and the little bell so you don't miss none of my videos. And share this video with anybody that you know who loves chocolate chip cookies but maybe wants to try ones that are a little bit healthier. And as always, if you want to get my exclusive nutrition tips, healthy food recommendations, and delicious recipes just like this one, then make sure to head over to my description box, click the link, and join the fam. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.